Hello and welcome, friends, to another draft here on Magic Arena. My name is Matthew. We've been having a ton of fun with this format so far, and kind of excited to see where it keeps going. It's been really replayable. A lot of what I've been doing has worked, and some of it hasn't worked. And I feel like each time I kind of learn a bit more each time, kind of figuring out the cards that are good in certain archetypes, the archetypes that are maybe a little stronger, the things to look out for. So hopefully we can take that knowledge and go from there. All right. We have a pack one pick one of, I mean, at the common level, I'm like interested in, Cycle of Renewal is good. You don't want too many of those, but this is a good card. I do like the Horse and the Hawk, and then the Cadets, all decent, sold out, good enough, and Ring. So this is actually a pretty strong pack. We probably get something with a common back. At the uncommon level, Suki, she looks like she's good. I don't know. She hasn't played out amazingly for me, but I haven't had a ton of success with green white. What else to say? Besides cruelty, I don't think that's very good. But now we're at like tail versus a great divide guide. I mean, I think on paper tail might be stronger. It's probably not even that close actually. I think the divide is. It's like if you're doing something fair, like like a two color deck, the guide is not that great. But with this opens the door to do a lot more. All right, looking at this pack, the rare is missing. We have Team Avatar, which is when a creature attacks, it gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. Oh, it has to be alone, notably too. What else do we have? We have a Shared Roots, a Fire Nation Engineer. Cards I like quite a bit. Not as impressed with the Patrol, but it's certainly fine. It's like I think worse than the 2 mana guy that adds a mana. Yeah, so what are we looking at? Not really interested in any of these commons. Not nearly as much as I am with these three uncommons. This is the card that pairs with our first card maybe the most. Kind of keeps us open to being a multicolored deck with a couple good green cards. Even if we end up in like blue-green lessons, it's still gonna be very good. We'll be fine there too. Question is, do I take the Team Avatar? I don't really see a compelling reason to do so. Okay. So at the commons, this is noticeably a bit worse. We have, I guess, a red-white land, and then the Moose Lion and a Metal Bending. I think our fine cards, but past that, that's about it. Oh, actually, the Fly. I do like the Flyer. This feels like a good card. Um, if we were gonna stay on color, Kyoshi could be okay. You don't really ever consider Price of Freedom. It doesn't seem like it's a card that you would like. We'll just be happy to take Grand Grand. I think this card's really strong. And going turn one, Grand Grand, turn two, Divide Guide, and then I get to tap Grand Grand. Like that's pretty good. All right, now we've got a multicolored card. We have a Forecasting Fortune Teller and a Lightning Strike. Those are the cards that jump out. If I'm multicolored, we won't be taking the White Lotus. But notably, if I take in the enchantment, the Team Avatar, this could actually be kind of nice where you attack and then you like +X/+X one of the tokens, so it's kind of cute. So now I think I'm between Forecasting and Lightning Strike. Greater work, 4 power or greater, draw a card. So it's fine. It's a decent enough card, but so is the Fortune Teller. I think with the multicolored we got going on, I'm actually kind of okay to take Bitter Work. I'm kind of hoping to have a few of these. That could be incorrect, but I mean, yeah. Okay. This pack, I think the strongest card is probably Zuko's Conviction. Allies at Last also promises to be quite strong. But I guess good luck with this. It's a trick. I mean, it's instant speed. Oftentimes you have what it takes. I think we're talking raw power level. I'm not considering a common in this pack. I think both of these uncommons are strong enough. Hmm. I think I'm gonna take the green one. I mean, I think they're close enough that I'm inclined to take the cheaper one and the one that's on color. So that's my justification. Maybe we don't end up in green red. Maybe we don't end up in green blue. Maybe we end up in team rare. Maybe we go 4 colors, but this puts off that question a little bit longer with kind of working from a green base of got a Sherdrits, Roots, as normal folk would say, not without my accent. Yeah, right. We've got a Rumble, a Metal Bending. Don't think I'm considering the Wolfat. The Path of Redemption is actually, I think that's a noteworthy bit. Hmm. Platypus Bear is okay. I mean, I might not be doing lessons is the thing here. We got one or two, but I think I'm okay to take that. I mean, we might just be in like green-red. That could be totally a fine thing, I think. This pack has two cards I'm interested in. I guess the arena would be okay too. So Haru versus Cycle of Renewal. So this is whenever another ally enters, and both my creatures at the moment are allies. Red green I don't think is known as an ally pairing as much as like a green white is. I think I'll take Haru. I'm not totally sure about that. Maybe I would have been happier with the other bit, but who's to say? Well, now I can take an ostrich horse. I do like that. I do like first time flyer as well, but I actually am kind of a sucker for this card. Probably more so than I should be. Now we have um, the chance to make that same decision. I think I want the first cycle of renewal over the second horse, so we'll take that. Now, this seems like a good spot to take Metal Bending as a trick. So we've got five bits of interaction. We've got a Bitter Work and a Grand Grand. We're very green. Honestly, could be mono green at this point. Dang near. I mean, if we are mono green, I wouldn't really be playing these things, but that is life. Don't know if I don't think I'll play a second Mental Bending, but I'm not playing those other cards. Oh, that's a gift. I think this card's gonna tend to be quite good in our deck. It's an ally. Am I overestimating this card? I've been seeing this late. Iroh versus a second Haru versus Meteor Sword. Kind of the conversation. I guess Sun Warriors is kind of nice too, but I think between these two, I would take Iroh. And then probably wouldn't take a second Haru. I think this is a Meteor Sword spot. I mean, I got a lot of like ways to get lands. I just need kind of these payoffs, I think. Granted, these are both allies, but yeah. I mean, Iroh is very good. No, we'll take the Space Sword. What is this guy? Ozai, Phoenix King, 6 mana with Rakdos, Firebending 4, Trample Haste 7/7. Unspent mana becomes red, and then it has flying and indestructible if you have unspent mana. I mean, that card's bonkers. Obviously, we were not going to get to play it really, but what is it competing with? I guess a Boomy Bash and a Combustion Man, maybe? I mean, I might just take the Combustion Man. 6 mana, 7/7, Trample Haste. I don't think I'm giving up that much. That might be a wild pick, but I do think it makes sense. This is not an ally. This is kind of just an all-right removal spell, and My fixing actually doesn't seem crazy, so it doesn't seem worrisome to me. All right, Azula with some of these instants. Actually, that's a sorcery rather. Taking that over another horse versus Ride and Sokka. I mean, we have the shared roots in a cycle of renewal. We can kind of just take it, I think. This pack is noticeably a lot weaker. We don't have a good land. There's no real, like, I don't really want to take another Platypus Bear or whatever. Like, I could take a Sold Out, I suppose. I'll just take this guy. We end up playing it. A second Firelord Azula versus Boomy, Precision, a Sentry. That would be kind of like a funny, like from a theme standpoint, to go have my allies ramp out my nobles. I don't think very good, not very good. So this is actually kind of an interesting pack then, I guess. I mean, I don't think I'm like likely to play any of the commons here, like a Yip Yip or a whatnot. So I don't think I take this guy though. I guess Firelord Azula with the Rumble is kind of cute, but yeah, I'm gonna take this. I think there's more of a chance I might want the rebuke, but probably not. Avatar Destiny. Doesn't seem like that's what I want here. The Moose, the Trap, the Green White Land, I suppose. Rockalanche versus Sold Out. Well, I certainly took this draft in a direction that I was not expecting. Don't have to be playing, well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Ozai seems pretty insane. And we have, I mean, the shared roots and then a Great Divide, so we can kind of maybe get away with some of this stuff. It's probably a risk that is not worth taking, but Metal Bending, the Koi, and then I guess we'll just take the Saber Tooth. I don't know. Feel like we have enough going on. I don't think Sun Warriors is something that I'll splash for by itself, but if I'm playing Redemption, I will be probably happy to have it. Yeah, we'll take more horse. Take more horse. A white black land is not very exciting, I won't lie. I think it leaves a lot on the table. These instants are a lot better than these sorceries. This one's good for obvious reasons. But we have these instants and these sorceries. So double Azula means some of these things are quite nice. And we have a Day of Black Sun. Low and Lee to get my nobles could be cute. There's a Lightning Strike as well. The green route would have been just fine. We'd have gotten a Flopsy. It would have been good times, but I think this is just going to be stronger. And I think this card ends up... this card's just kind of busted. And we're putting some load-bearing weight on these ostrich horses, but I think that's okay. Ooh, Herbalist is exactly what the doctor ordered. I will say I do like the Twin Blades quite a bit. And a firebending lesson would not be unwelcomed, nor these lands. But we'll take the 5-color spell, and probably just be blue, green, black at a base, and then splashing for red, whites, or Sun Warriors and the Phoenix King. But at this point, we wouldn't play the Sun Warriors if it weren't for the fact that our 2 lands already tap 4 white, and then we have a Path to Redemption. So I think it's going to be like this is a package, and we'll see if we can come up with a compelling reason to do something different, and that's probably would work. Yeah. This pack has Teo, Asaka, Grasp, Cadet, Momo, lots of good stuff, but we're gonna just take this blue-green land. Try to make sure we can cast our spells. I will say though, I am very, very easy to get convinced to do something kind of silly like this. So we have another Lotus, Iroh, 5 mana to spend on lessons or shrines, which we have some lessons, but probably not enough. We might just take the water skin here just to try to guarantee it. Yeah, I think we gotta do it. There's really no other choice. Yeah. Ufta. Well, we're certainly building up something silly. Darn these red-black cards, they're just tempting me to do crazy stuff. Aang's Journey versus a Omashu City. Tail, quite a good card, and we could have had a couple of him, but I don't think it's worth it. Alright, Aang's Journey versus Omashu City. I think this is a green land, which makes me more likely to want to keep it, but I do think Aang's Journey is what we need. It's the medicine we have to take. Yeah. This pack leads us to Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Actually, this card is perfect for us. It's maybe not everything we want in the deck, like it doesn't really pop off with Azula. However, it's still probably fine. If we were a little more focused color-wise, I would take the Trap, but I think I'm not going to pass up the Black Greenland. We would have loved an Iroh's Demonstration in this deck, but in lieu of that, I think I'm okay. So we're really blue-green splashing everything. That is where I'm at with my life. I tease. But with what, 4 lands, a Serpent's Pass versus another Blasting Jelly? Crazy enough, I think I take the Blasting Jelly at this point. Like, I don't think that solves our problems in a way that's substantial. We have 2 bombs to get with Lonely, so fairly content to take it. That's not right. That's crazy. Taking all of the color fixing we can get. And wow, what the heck? I'm sure I messed this draft up for everyone. But you know what, at the end of the day, I think I had a fun time with it. Interesting actually. I don't have a shoe. I have a moose moose line. So this is interesting. Oh man, how are we gonna build this? The server is like, what the heck did this guy just build? Probably would not play that. So bitter work probably doesn't make it in. I don't think that's gonna be very much. So given that information, like we have a couple 4-power things, but I don't think enough that I want to play like a really slow 3-mana enchantment that doesn't add to the board. So our fixing is as follows. And our most broken stuff is going to be that pile. So let's see here. Okay, the fixing actually kind of ended up being okay. Like, this is our pile of good stuff, and this is our why did we not just go Grixis or whatever kind of question mark. But all of that said, how do I make this work? We have 10 cards too many. We need to make some cuts. I gotta run for a little bit. I'm gonna try to think on this for a little bit. We'll see what we end up coming up with. I'll show you the results in just a second here. It's gonna be a minute for me, but for you, it's gonna be just as quick as. Okay, what did I draft? You know what? At this point, I think I'm content. We're gonna have fun rather than necessarily wins and losses. We're gonna talk about this deck in terms of net fun. I think Shu gets out of here. We don't really want Octopus form. Probably not gonna be playing with the Rebuke. This is a little risky to mill. How many lessons do I have? Three-ish, four-ish, something like that. So not a ton. So this is mostly a defender, and it might just mill one of my lands, which could be risky. Sokka, uh, is just value for the deck. Probably unnecessary to take. That leaves us with 14 creatures, 14-ish creatures. So probably don't want to go down too much more. Yeah. And then out of the allies for the Great Divide Captain, we have 6. So, I mean, he might just be your land staff for any color, and he's also Mana Dork. That's not a bad fail case. I think I gotta play the Water Skin, the Cycle of Renewal, and a Journey. Double Blasting Jelly over. Okay, what's my removal look like? The Sword, the Sun, Sold Out, and a Rumble. And then of that, I can Azula copy the Sold Out and an Allies at last. So I think I don't need the Path to Redemption. I think if I just cut the whites, our deck ends up being a lot safer. And this just seems like it's going to be a bit better, to be blunt. So this is 17 lands. We have to make a couple more cuts. And I think as this sits, maybe we can get away with cutting some of this mana fixing stuff. Unsure. I'm going to think about this maybe a little bit more and see what we come up with. Okay, I ended up cutting the Rumble primarily because I think we want Rebuke a little more, which is kind of interesting. It might not be the best. It'll have its awkward bits, but I think it's okay. Mostly because the double Azula rewards having instants over anything else. Then I was considering an Octopus form, but I think with the Origin of Metal Bending, that's probably fine to go with this guy. So I think I'm okay running both. I think Haru is maybe cuttable. Low and Lee getting Ozai or Ozula seems nice. That has us at what 13 creatures, so we're kind of starting to be a little suspicious if we cut too much more, but it's probably fine. Aang's Journey not getting a shrine or actually I keep thinking this gets sagas. It does not. So that doesn't matter too much. So our mana fixing colorless stuff is like this. Like that's all they do. The Blasting Jelly is also removal, so that goes up in value. But yeah, that is our fixing. Plus these guys and this. Just kidding. Actually, our fixing is pretty fairly good. So what's the worst of these things? Well, I don't really have any synergies with lessons. I didn't end up taking that Boomy, so I mean, I guess the Herbalist sort of, but that's not really something I'm going to consider. I think maybe we can cut the Water Skin. That's a thing maybe we could do. It's like I need to cut 3 things, and one of them's probably Haru. It's probably just a little too weak to consider playing, and then we don't really have much else to play on top of that. Like I guess I could put Shu in the deck, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be net positive. Just so free. I mean, nothing's truly free, but it feels very free. I think if we're going to do that, we're going to want to try to go a little bit bigger. I think with the blasting jelly, the roots, all of this stuff, we cut the water skin and kind of just make sure I have enough green sources. Like that's maybe the thing we're going to focus on. So we have what, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm not going to call that a green because if I have to use 3 mana to cast my Great Divide Captain, I'm not happy. The blasting jelly does do a very good job though. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 probably. And then we go down to 2, so we need 2 red sources here for sure. I think with Blasting Jelly, Arena, Journey, Renewal, that stuff, I'm okay with that. It puts us in a potentially awkward position with milling that with a Platypus, or rather an Ostrich Horse. That said, I mean, I do have a number of ways of also hitting green and red and black, so I don't think that's the biggest concern. Islands, I think let's see here, we have 1, 2 things we would like to cast early with blue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, 6-ish, 7-ish ways of getting it, so I think that's enough. So I can go down to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that has us at 17 lands with a focus on that. I think we might be going down to just 2 and 2. Again, just guaranteeing we have at least 2 basics in case we have a tap 1 of 1. We've milled 1. These jellies are going to be quite good. And then, yeah, we just want to make sure we have as much green as physically possible. Like maybe there's a world where I'm supposed to not be this many mana sources, but I think it's necessary. Now that said, do I want all of this stuff? You know, maybe I can cut 1 Metal Bending. And maybe the Cycle of Renewal. Maybe we get on a 16. We are at 13 creatures. We could probably stand to cut maybe 1. But I don't think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe we got the Sabertooth and just assume that Meteor Sword plus any of these things is going to be good enough. Big card. It's kind of good value. That actually goes well with the Phoenix King. So maybe we do this. We cut a cycle, maybe. Yeah, we are kind of going back and forth on this. But I think it's better than not. I think it's one of these 3. I think the Journey is the safest cut, quote unquote, but it would be rough. I think we cut the Aang's Journey. Now that might seem a little weird. I mean, we're truly 5-color shenanigans here. I can't think of a better way to describe it. Take a quick screen cap of the deck just so I can make sure I know how many of each land source we're playing. We got 1 Plains, we got 1 Island, we got a bunch of these other things to support Sun Warriors, Grand, Herbalist, and all this other stuff. Yeah, this is certainly a deck. Hopefully we have some fun with it. And if you like seeing me kind of derail myself in a draft and just have fun with it, well, you know I'm good for it. So maybe come check back on a future video. I'm trying to aim for these to get uploaded once per day, and try to get a couple days queued up in a row, so that way I don't have to like record every single day. But you'll have to let me know what you think. All right. What a hand. You know what I'm saying? What a set of cards. Momo, Playful Pet. Okay. I can go Gran, I can go Ostrich Horse. I think I played this guy. See where we go. Hopefully I don't mill Noseye. We lost a Rebuke. We have an untapped land and a green-white. If my guy dies, I have access to Swamp, and then green, and then blue. I think we take the Mountain. Play Mountain and get Gran out there. If they use a trick, we're content. Okay. Huh. One, two, three, four, five. So we have Azula. I think I can discard this land. Play Azula. Yeah. There is no justice in this world. We just chill. This guy's kind of load bearing. Airbend my Azula. Oh, you got me. Card is nice, but there's just too many tricks that I don't want to risk the Divide Guide. I think I'm okay if Gran dies. We can discard the Captive here then. Okay. Well, I kind of hope they just play a creature so I can kill it with Azula. Well, that's pretty funny. Okay, well, let's just start off with this. And we hold 5 mana because that's going to be good. 4 damage, eh? So, I mean, I get to just cast a second Azula. Seems pretty good now. So they did it before the firebending, which is very good, of course. I think the answer is I do still want to do this. Okay. So let's get rid of the forest because we have plenty of forests. Get red, black, cycle of renewal. I guess we can do this. The blasting jelly, I feel like a lot better about it. So. Sure. Double razor ring. Alright. So, this is alright. We have double ways of getting all our colors. They go Boomy, or Flopsy rather, Boomy's buddy, against something else. So, might be taking 7 damage here, but with the promise of getting to double sold out next turn, I think I'm okay with that. Earth Kingdom Jailer, you say, huh? You know what? Fair enough. No blocks. Okay. Fair enough. Huh. So this is 7 mana. We have access to 8 mana. So they can't be chumped. They can't be chumped. Hmm. I could shoot something. I could shoot something and block with Azula. They have 8, 12, 14 power. I have 2 blockers, 7 life. Shoot one of the things. Make Suki weaker. I could shoot the Earth Kingdom Jailer, get back my Azula. I guess what I think I'm going to end up having to do here is Meteor Sword, or the Sold Out on the Jailer, so I can have 2 creatures build a block and stuff. So I think we just have to pass the turn and plan to Blasting Jelly or something. Probably just trading the Azula, the Kyoshi, but okay. I mean, I have to shoot this. I could go like chump, chump. Hmm. I guess I'm not planning to block with Azula. So I should do... Oh, actually, I should. And then I have the mountains to be able to double kill spell. Oh, that's actually ridiculously good here. I'm going to do this to try to bait out the counter on this thing. And then I'm going to sell out both of them. Let them scry first. Azula, wow. Crazy card. What a crazy card. I mean, it's the reason I decided to derail myself. So unfortunately, I was kind of hoping that they would do that, because I still have to just kill this. Alright. They did bottom bottom. I think I have to chill. I'm at a low enough life total that we're supposed to just wait. Doesn't change anything. I think given the fact that I've got a bit of removal still, I think I'm okay with it. Wait, no. Okay, we did not. That was by the skin of our teeth. All right, the deck is working. What can I say? Also notably, I've been having that's basically what's happened to me whenever I've played green white. So maybe that's emblematic of the color pair. Maybe it's me just getting lucky. Probably some A, some B. Once again, we have the best card in our deck. We have one of our one of plains and a 2 of mountain. So black, black. Well, oh no. Maybe they just take Azula. They probably should take the Divide Champion, or Divide Guide, but who notably broke his leg right away. Honestly, I don't know what you should take either, friend. Depends on your hand. If you have a removal for the Divide Guide, probably take that. Otherwise, take that. Fair enough. Black, whites. Well, Lowen Lee does get Ozai. We are one of our four required pips for Ozai at the moment. Get our Ostrich Horse, and they might Azula's Lesson. They might flash something. I don't really know what they could have, but cycle the Rabaru Troop. Not a card that I think is particularly good, but certainly we will get a land. They do not know about the Rebuke. They know about the black spell. They know about Azula, second force, but we are absolutely just gonna direct control. Not messing around with that guy. Now we have the blue mana, so we are black mana short of getting to Azula. We also just get to cast Lowen Lee if we hit it. So this Scryed, I probably should have paid attention, but green white tap land, which it's all the same at the moment. I have blue. I don't have double blue, so we take the tap land here then. And if this wasn't a green-white duel, I would be playing it as a basic forest in its place, so. I mean, they need to do something. I mean, they know my hand's kind of crap. Ruinous Waterbending? Alright, fair enough. Play a Callous Inspector. We take that. I'm probably going to crack that. I mean, we'll hold up the mana and consider it, but yeah. Yeah, I probably should have played it. Hard to say. A second? Okay, if I lose to a deck that's playing Ruinous Waterbending and Daily Indoctrination, you got me. Joke's on them, I've got 2. That's crazy. Do they not know it has Menace? There we go. They block it with a pump spell or something? Sure. I guess they want the card more than anything. Need to go green. Get a swamp. Play a basic. Pass the turn. Oh, notably, the Black Sun will cost less. Which is kind of nice. Oh, okay. It's cute. Alright, we have one basic left in the deck. Just to note. I think I do this just so I don't draw it. Now we can just chill. Now that they need to do something, so. Six or more unspent mana. So what does that take? It would take 12 mana to be able to play it instantly, but probably not going to be able to do that. Ruinous Waterbending number 2, huh? Wow. Okay, I don't know if I agree with them casting that, but maybe they're trying to bait this out, so. Unfortunate, but I think it's alright. They played a couple bits of interaction. I don't think they'll have any more. If they do, you know what, they got me. If they're playing all of those pieces, they got me. Don't know what they could have, but if they got the removal spell, they got the removal spell. Oh, exile even, so they've had that the whole time. Now we get to go Azula and Sun Warriors with 18 life. They are living on the top. So do I get to do both of these things? That's crazy. Alright, well my crazy mana base is paying off and working. Let's make them block. I assume they will. I guess I could have probably done that pre-combat, but I think I like holding the mana up a little bit more. I guess what I should have done is played the Blasting Jelly first. Yeah. 5. So we don't have double activation anyway. I think they bottomed at least one of them, so. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Okay. Kill spell, sort of. And then that's still... we should just play the barrels. Do we get there? I mean, I hope that we beat double die. I don't think this is a very good card. I don't think you should be playing that. That is not going to do it. I think we just kill this guy. Okay, well, Sun Warrior's proving his place in the deck. 2-0 with this thing. I should just really let my mind go wild with these decks more often. Oh, and also draw my Great Divide guy every game. That if those things happen, I'm feeling pretty good. All right, found a game. And this has Day of Black Sun, my 5-color-ish land, and a Waterbender skin, so I think we're actually going to be okay with this. I think I want to make sure I water skin on 3. And then basic forests, not what we're looking for. Kind of looking for another black source, really. Waterbending scroll. Well, you know what? That will do the trick. So we'll do this, trying to get another black source. I know this is one, but... I guess I should have waited on that, but... I can't imagine a world where they're not just activating that this turn. Fair enough, we have 7, 9 power on the board, or 8 power on the board. And if they just want to spend their first 2 turns drawing 1 card, I'm like pretty okay with that. We get to... Honestly, I might... No, I definitely should do it like this. Shoot the Teo. Attack with everything. Guess I'd rather lose the palms. I don't, like, I have the second black with the arena. Okay. We can just sell out. Oh, that's going to be devastating if I... That happens. Oh, so this is blue-white. Like, very slightly blue-white. That's fine. Yeah, that was a really big mistake. If we just low and Lee here, they don't have the double blue up, so we do this, we get our... we have, what, access to red, black, and then one of the other 2, so I think I just get Azula here. Okay. Actually, I do think I lose the horse. Crazy. What a silly card. Okay, now I get to Black Sun for X is 3. And I can pay for Quench. Oh, that's so nasty. Wow. That's cool. Wow. Fair enough. Alright, well, we're kind of in the losers bracket here now. They've just drawn a million cards. That's going to be very good. Maybe I want to try to get that in underneath a counterspell. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so we have 8 mana. We'd have to attack and block, and they get to Earth Kingdom Jailer. Yeah, okay, so they're 5 life. So that's notable. If I shoot their 2/2 right now, or their one of their flyers, I can't also pump an attack, which means I probably want to bait out their interaction with Azula. And then be prepared to, okay, we're tapping the Bender. We're still 1 mana shy of doing it, but it's probably fine. Again, they can draw a lot of cards. Okay. Yikes. Oofda, as the kids say. Master P and Dow. Okay. Well, I would like to run that back. I think I do get the land here now. I do crack the land. Yeah. Well, it's very obviously a little late for that. I mean, at this point, I kind of just have to hope that their deck is not too crazy. But they have 5 cards to my 1, so... I mean, they have to be a little careful here, no? And kind of go wide in a way that is unexpected. No attacking with the Piandao, which I think I agree with. And then we get, I guess, Cycle of Renewal here. Clear the forests as they are replaceable. Swamp and Plains. Get rid of our last couple basics. And our deck is now Firelord Ozai, the Phoenix King. And some Blasting Jelly. So we'll take that, take that. We only have 6 cards left in the deck, so... I have two indestructible, or not indestructible, but two effectively thick attackers. Invasion Submersible bouncing Azula, probably? I mean, I'm at 9 life. They hit me for 5 here? That's pretty good. I'm down to 4, so I kind of need to draw a Blasting Jelly. That is not gonna do it, is it? We hit them for 6. I mean, I could hit them for 5 with the Captive, threaten to do that, and then... Honestly, it's kind of an annoying way to have to tap all these things. I mean, annoyingly, they can crew that and then double block with the villagers and then attack me for lethal in the air. Dang, this is very close. Yeah. Had I hit Blasting Jelly, would it have changed anything? No, not really. Alright, they got me. They have plenty of cards. That's fun, though. Alright. Had to step away for a little bit, so we'll see if I remember how to play this deck. Nah, just kidding. I hope we draw well and we get to play Ozai. That's kind of really what I'm trying to do. Barrels of Blasting Jelly and Grand Grand. Well, if I play the tap land this turn, on turn 2 I get to go Blasting Jelly plus Grand Grand. I mean, this hand's certainly a keep, but it's admittedly maybe not the strongest of keeps. Again, this is a load-bearing Blasting Jelly, and we have 2 of our white sources out of a grand total of 3. So, you know what? I think I'm actually gonna play the Blasting Jelly this turn because I still get to play Grand Grand next turn, but this leaves me an opening to draw and be able to play something stronger on turn 2. What? I mean, they could have a lot of the 2-drops. Kill Grand Grand. Well, you know what? Joke's on you. I didn't need it anyway. Plains, white, black land into blue, green cards. So, uh, yeah, I could use Ning's Journey right about now. Black. I think I take the mountain. Yeah, that lets me play Azula. Sokka, huh? Well, I probably just need to kill that, no? That gives me a couple choices. Menace Prowess. Allies have Menace Prowess. 3/3, cast a non-creature spell, make an ally. So it's basically like a Monastery Mentor with Menace instead. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this lets me just get in for the most. I know I could Azula there, but I just feel like it's far too risky. They're also going kind of crazy colors, and the odds that they have a non-creature spell here just seems far too high. Get in for 1. Heartless Axe. Do I care about that? actually, I don't think I do. Classic. I kind of hope they just play something here. Well, tap land was not ideal. I think I let that mana go. Day of Black Sun, maybe? We get rid of the forest and the plains, and we get a mountain. No. We'll get stuff. Mountain, forest. Sure. Nice. Well, I'm not really sure what they were doing. On the same note, I'm not sure they really knew what I was doing. Alright, on our quest for a 4th win this draft, we are playing against a fellow Diamond player. And we have the Water Skin, a Meteor Sword, a Horse. So, not the most astounding hand in the world, but I think it's a keep. And I just kind of have to hope that they, A, don't go out too quickly, and B, I draw a 2-drop if they do. I think I've got enough 1s and 2s that I'm content to keep this, especially being able to play a blue-green duel on 1. Well, the Battle Pen is good. Right on time. Whites. I don't think I'm in a hurry to do anything too crazy here. Bye, Azula. Number 2. If they attack, I'm just gonna block. Accept whatever they do. The yip. Razor Rings, for sure. A-okay with me. Monseigneur. They know about this. I think we just go like this and we play our captive. And then I probably don't block. Kind of wild. I think I attack for 2. Yep. Sure. That is acceptable. Seven, I could just Meteor Sword that now. I think I like Azula plus Herbalist. And just pass. And the next turn we can kind of go crazy or something. Total power 4 or less, huh? I mean, I guess I'll just choose Azula. Pretty simple. Pretty good card. They can yip. Yeah. You got me. Alright, I feel okay about this. We have 4 mana. We get to sword next turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. They attack, I'll certainly take it. It's probably like untap a thing. It gets +2/+2, so we're just gonna kill. Musician here. Back for 10, and they're off of it. So they might have been mana screwed. It's kind of what it seems to me, but hey, a win is a win. We'll take it. Alright, see you back for the next. Alright, we have found an opponent. We have turn 2 Grand, Captive, something like that. We have a couple early things we can do. I think we Grand still. So next turn we can go Captives plus Buke if we want. We also get to Sun Warrior. Maybe they do something to kill my guy. Oppressive Pursuit. Well, that's a nice little one. Sure. Well, Divide Guide does make this quite a bit easier, and I don't need to attack anymore, so I think we just play that plus the Sun Warriors. I mean, there's basically going to be nothing I was going to play over that. I think here I get rid of the Ostrich Horse. Okay, put X counters on a creature. That's really good. So they might get to put 2 or 1 to 3 counters, depending on how they want to do it. Alright, they cracked the other clue. Yeah, funny enough, they don't get to, Sorry, words are hard. They do not get to put counters on this because of the 3/5. Now I have 2 instant spells. The question is going to be, how do I want to play this? I have access to, what, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Firebend 1, 3. So attack with this guy, get 3 mana. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think you go to attacks. See what they do. Azula is spicy. I think I'd rather do that than anything else. We do have the option to allies at last. Them attacking and putting a counter on the Pox Bear doesn't seem like it's a good game. Okay. I guess I probably should have. Done something maybe different. Who knows? At the moment, they don't have good blocks, though, so... If they had removal, they would have not waited until I attacked with Azula. Save the Pox Bear, sure. Just does not matter. Oh man, and these tap for the Sun Warriors too? I didn't even clock that as a synergy, but clearly it's very good. Airbend their thing, so that way they don't lose any more life, maybe. I mean, they're on full-on cards. If they go Day of Black Sun, we probably just lose. They would need the 4th land. Or the 4th mana source, rather. And they have a lot of cards. They probably have it, but... We'll see. Oh shoot, I forgot to unpause. I snuffed out their thing. They ended up using a snuff out on my Sun Warrior. I made a dude, and then I looted with Gran, a forest, and then attacked. They are down to 3. Hopefully that's good enough. If it's not, you know, we'll see. Alright, hopefully they don't rope out. Alright, that's not a winning line, so I assume we're in the clear. They're just doing that to show me the... Nice. We take that. I guess Meteor Sword on the black-white would have done a lot more than I expected it to. Anyway, see you back for the next. Alright. Let's get back at it. I step away once again, so hopefully this goes better. Playing against a ranked mythic opponent, a blue stork. This hand needs to draw a land, any land, and we get to Ostrich Horse, and hopefully we can chain it from there. We have the white for the Sun Warriors. You'd use red. You know what? This hand has some issues that it probably fails with. Well, 7-drop was not what I was looking for. 7 cards. They discard a Air Nomad Legacy. Looks like they're probably missing blue, or white, rather. Interesting. So if I miss my land... Yeah, I think we just have to play the Divide Guide here. Okay. Iguana Parrot, you say. Well, a little unfortunate, I suppose, but I think the Day of Black Sun is going to be really good. In the meantime, since we missed lands, we kind of have to Ostrich Horse, so... Well, I will block Gran, I suppose. I'm definitely on the defensive. Air Nomad Legacy, huh? So the problem here is they get to hold up Quench. All right, if I do Day of Black Sun, we have white, black, white, green, black. We have access to 5 mana. However, it's a little awkward. That said, I think the Sun Warrior is what I want to do. Mostly because if they counterspell something, I want them to counterspell this. Because this is good, and this is obviously represents a lot of synergy. Yeah. Guess I'm gonna attack. Feels like a fairly irrelevant damage. So now the Black Sun doesn't hit every creature. I can do X is 3 and blow up their side of the board. On the flip side, I can do X is 2, which would be fine. X is 3 would be best. We have black, black, white, green. Fair enough. Okay. Well, we're at 5. Unfortunately, I do have to just do this. I mean, we're gonna never cast Ozai at this rate, but I guess I do have to do X is 3, so black, black, 1, 2, 3. So if they got counterspell, they got counterspell. And then there's no point. Not a move I wanted to make, but one we obviously had to make. Okay. Okay, now we can double block if I need. I mean, I don't have the red mask, so I just put it on the bottom, I think. Yeah, gotta do that, I believe. I actually get to go Bender's Waterskin into Azula if I would like. Turns out I was going to get the red mana right away, but I didn't want to bank on that. Classic. Classic curve, honestly. Draw 3 cards, waterbending with the Knowledge Seeker. Counter on him. They're never going to see it coming. That said, I think I just Meteor Sword here, honestly. Destroy the Sokka. Alternatively, I could Ozai. 7/7 trample haste, huh? So we have what's 4 and 6? So I make a dude. I force Sokka to block. That said, I lose to a single removal spell. I would force Socket to block, and I would have a 2/2 blocker, which is dodged in a couple ways. This way, I don't lose to a single removal spell. That's my thinking, at least. Because as is, that would have been... You know, that would have been not great. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do a 2/2, a 2/1. So I get to sold out on Ty Lee. I get to chump. So I think we just play the 4/4 Azula, and then I get to untap my Waterbender skin. What a tricky game here. Draw 3. That's pretty good. Probably means I lose. Okay. Dang. Well played. Dang. Oh, man. Maybe I should have tried kill it in response, but... I just wanted to be patient. Yeah, I think there was something I could have done uh, differently for sure. I think the early game I ended up playing it about right. But late game, I had the choice to make them chump with that. I think in the end, they did not have the thing to kill me. So it seems like it would have worked out better to do it the other line, but I think I liked the line that required them to have two things rather than one thing. And I thought this guy was going to be pretty good. But turns out, maybe I should have just done that. That one I'm not sure about, but oh well. We still have one, maybe two games to play. Hopefully two. It was only our second loss. One more shot at the title. All right, back at it for another round. And we have some of our better cards, aka the ones that filter our mana. They have Black Sun. That's an interesting one. Low and Lee gets Ozai, which actually is probably fine. I mean, at this point, the game plan is to kind of just go Waterbender Skin and then be able to go for Day of Black Sun at X equals like 3-ish. Them leading off on the Herbalist is spooky. Attacking is a good sign. A Wallop Sentry, huh? So I could, funny enough, X 0. I think I like just playing the 3-1 here, getting a land. Is that crazy? Is it better to try to set up the Black Sun? I don't really want to just take 4 for free, though, is the thing, so... We play this, we play the Foster Torse, and see where that takes us. Do I need the tap land? Well, next turn we get to go Water Skin plus maybe Rebuke, but probably not, so I think we just take the Black Source and go on with our life. Plan a block, if I can block. We'll see. Oh, this is a Spirits, or a Shrines, rather. Yeah, kind of content. Hope they play 3 drops and stuff. I don't know. Earth King, 4 mana, huh? Okay. You have access to X equals 4. 4, 5, 6. So we go Day of Black Sun, X equals 4. Destroy their board. And we get to get Ozai. And hope that Big Daddy Ozai is good enough. I can also low and Lee, or do 2 damage to something. Do they get the mono black one? Or they're all monocolored, but like the singular black mana one? They do. So they're gonna drain me for 2. Draw a card, I think. Because they're all kind of templated the same way, it looks like. They do their big thing on enter, and then it gets worse. Okay. You know, I don't have to do it right away, so we might wait. They play another one. I might be inclined to just exile the, or destroy the Spirit Oasis. I have to think about my mana. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. A Lion Turtle, huh? They have 4 mana up. They could counterspell something, maybe. I think we just take it. Play our land. And be Firelord Ozai. Seven trample haste. I mean, I don't think it's worth the risk. Exile target creature, huh? That is mighty unfortunate. I think this is my only real opportunity to take this. Not ideal, but I'll gain the 7 life. I start off by drawing a card. They are at 27. That is a lot of life. I will keep the basic lands to cycle with Grand Grand. Alright, we are both out of resources. That is not a huge concern, I'll say. Allies at last, killing the ruffian, they get a 2-2. I can kill them the 2-2, but that seems like an inefficient use of my resources. I'm at 17. I don't think I am, like, particularly concerned. We start off by drawing a card. Then I'll trade 4 for 3 because I do believe I've got the better long game. So this will untap, so I think I don't know, maybe I should have made that indestructible, but I think since they're playing the temples, or the shrines rather, I'm gonna be patient. Giant Koi, huh? Fire Lord Azula. Well, we certainly have lots of options here. My mind says that holding up Metal Bending with Azula is going to be stronger than using 5 damage and then finishing it off with this. I think we just do this. And hope it's good enough. My guess is they've got Metal Bending themselves, or I feel like they might have used it on my barrels or something like that earlier, but there's a world where I should attack and try to trade the barrels of jelly first, but I kind of want this first. Looks like a fight spell here. Now, notably, I can't get too crazy. We have access to 6, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. We attack, we go up to 11 mana. We can Origin of Mental Bending for a single mana because of the Herbalist. We can Allies at Last and Blasting Jelly, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-Herbalist mana. And 10 with Azula. I think I played the second Blasting Jelly. Okay, this is where it could get tricky. Wait for damage to get dealt. And if they have a... Okay. Okay. This could still go sideways, but I think I like where we ended up. So they get a redraw. I think I will crack this in end step. I mean, at 22 life, I feel less scared about their possibilities. Okay, land was not what I was expecting, but that is probably what I deserve. Okay, well, the tables have turned. They were at 27. I'm at 27. I was at 10, so it's not exactly perfect, but yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Punished for putting a counter on Low and Lee, but it felt like giving them lifelink was worth it. Who's to say? So this gives us enough to equip it, so I think we go with the land first. We play this, we shoot. They've already shown us a red card. 2 red cards. Can we just blow this guy up? Come down to 6, get to untap. The water skin. We have 2 threats here. Well, they kicked it. They go up to 10, or sorry, 9 life. They get a shrine, make a couple creatures, drain a little bit of life. Don't think it actually matters. Yeah. I think go Shrine. That's pretty good. Land is not it, though. I'm certainly going to go for it. We got there. Let's go. Alright, this deck gets to play for a trophy. Unfortunately, that last loss meant we did not... we are not playing for Mythic, which is maybe next draft that's on the horizon, but man, taking this one into the finals with a 5-color deck, a curve of like oh man, no notes. I should just follow my heart more often. That's all I gotta say. All right, for all of the marbles, this 5-color deck playing for its tournament life. And this hand has a barrel, which, for this style of deck, I mean, seems just perfect. I don't think I'll be casting this turn. Much rather just get the tap land out of the way. Fortune Teller is a pretty solid card. A 4/2 out of a spicy include. Oh boy. Okay. We have the Blasting Jelly, so I don't know. We have 2 lands in hand. The mountain is certainly relevant. I'm going to take it. I'm like 50-50 about that one, but... If I attack, they just block with the Fortune Teller, so... Good old curve of Ostrich Horse into Firelord Azula. I did not even have to use the Blasting Jelly. Well, I can't say that I'm excited about this next turn, because I think that there's just a strong chance Azula dies. Maybe they go for a draw card here. If they do, I'm happy. If they're not killing Azula, I'm happy. If they are killing Azula, what could it even be? If they attack, there's certainly no chance that I block, because there's just a +1/+1, -1/-1 trick. And that would be quote-unquote devastating, but they're going to sack something now, probably to kill. Pay black, sack the Fortune Teller. Pay black, sack the Clue. I probably would kill or sack the Fortune Teller, make the extra 1/1. But it looks like they are making some decisions. Alright, they went with Court Official. Happily discard a Forest in my Firelord Azula deck. Basic land turns on Blasting Jelly. Silliness. That really just turns off any sort of double blocking potential, so I think we just target my creature, target their creature, target my creature, target their creature. Get my value out of it, even if it's not the greatest value. I think I just want to get the Swamp Keeper. Fair enough. Get a Rebuke maybe, and allies at last. And then they do that right away. We are tapped out of Blasting Jelly. Nice. I mean, we are out of action, though. We are living with the skin of our teeth. I guess it doesn't matter too much with the Blasting Jelly, but it might. This is such a good card. Long Fang. Well, that is certainly good. And Azula certainly has her synergy still. I think I would attack with Hama. He got me. So the nice thing is I will actually be able to Meteor Sword their trap. I can't do that this turn, but that's okay. I kind of think... So this gives me, what, 6 mana? I think I want to keep Azula around. Did I mill my other Azula? Question mark. I did. So I still have Ozai. And the Blasting Jelly is relevant for that. Black Source, we have lost our Waterbending. Yeah, I mean, I think I just have to blow this guy up. Not something that I want to do. And then I guess we go land and we just chill out and block their 1/1 with my O2, and if they put a counter on it to kill the Azula, like that's fine. I'm sure they're like looking at through my pile of nonsense and they're like, what is this deck? Because trust me, I am doing the same thing, but Knowledge Seeker, following it up with a Judy. Well, she's pretty good. Well, I think I was gonna make that block before. Okay. Now we get to Meteor Sword, their trap. And they have to lose their Judy if they want to keep it. Acceptable. Definitely kill Judy. Definitely. I mean, that's the threat, but there's a world where I'm supposed to have waited one turn, but I don't think that that's acceptable. They have one card left, so maybe I should kill the 1/3 right now, because they have 2 mana to be able to bounce it. Man, it's close though. I guess I can. And next turn I do get to go Oh wow, they did not crack that. Oh, that makes sense. That was their last card then. All right, well we're battling. This is worthy of the finals. Well, crazy. Photo finish, maybe. Hama? Day of Black Sun, Hama. Something else? Sold outs. Yeah. I mean, pretty much just take the choice. They're all the same. I guess a little punished for that, but I don't really believe that that's true. So I'll say that's pretty awkward. I don't have any black ones, so I think we go like this. I've already drawn my Gran, but I could get the 2/3. And then I can follow whatever that up is with this. This does mean Ozai is kind of unattainable, but just kidding. Oh, I guess that means the... Well, Ozai would be very good, of course. What a silly card. I think they were supposed to draw first. What a nonsense way to finish the game. Wow. Absolutely bonkers. Holy cow. Oh man. This was a draft. Uh, it could have gone either way. I had 10 cards left in my deck. One of them was a Sun Warrior, which would have been very good on this board, but I needed to grab either the white or the black mana with that shared roots. And we kind of used all of our tools. I guess the Grand Grant or the Herbalist was going to be able to cast it anyway, but what a ridiculous way to finish this draft. My first trophy with a deck I thought was going to do the worst, so we'll take it. And my confirmation that Firelord Ozai is just nutty. Also, Meteor Sword was always good. Azula, when we focused on making sure we had instants, was very good. Blasting Jelly was so amazing this game. Water Skin was just okay. Day of Black Sun was ridiculous. Grand Grand held her weight. The Divine Guide also was load-bearing mana in the game. But yeah, so I think to boil this deck down succinctly is we just took a core of mono green and we just splashed everything else. And we did so with some care and some risk. Like there was a chance it was gonna fumble apart. Like imagine I just play an ostrich horse and I mill two swamps and a plains or whatever. Like I don't know. You can imagine a scenario or two where like I can't get all of my fixing perfectly. We had backup sources. I don't know. Regardless, this was a ton of fun. I hope you had a fun time watching me try to pilot this deck. It certainly was one of the more interesting ones that I have gotten and been successful with. But with that, I hope you take care. You have a nice day, nice night. Do something good for yourself. Take care of what you got to do. You know. Cheers.